Anthony Hartwig here with another Boardman football player profile. We're joining into the Spartans with senior Keith Smith. Keith, thank you so much, buddy, for coming on and talking to us about your senior season.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So it's your senior year. What is it like kind of coming into it knowing that this is your last go? This is your last chance?
It's sort of bittersweet. Like, I'm glad it's my last year, but at the same time, it's my last year playing football with all of my friends and stuff like that. I'm gonna miss it, but it's taught me a lot.
It seems like everyone comes in the senior year with some goals, some things they want to accomplish before they leave. What were some of your goals, some of the things that you wanted to do before your senior season was over?
I just wanted to leave an impression on like my underclassmen.
Talk about leaving an impact on this team. What is the impact you wanted to leave? What is that impression that you wanted to leave on the underclassmen?
Just good leadership. I don't think the class before me did a good job, so I just want to be a good leader and show what a good leader really is.
So next year or in a couple of years, when we ask the underclassmen when they come on their player profiles, and we ask them what kind of teammate Keith Smith was and what kind of things they taught them about leadership, what do you think you hope their answers would be?
I would say positivity. Like I've been a real positive player. I always try to keep my teammates up, even when we're down and stuff like that. I just try to keep the emotions up and stuff like that.
When people have that attitude, it comes from somewhere, right? So where does that positivity come from for you? Who taught you how to be that positive person?
My mom for sure.
What are some things that you think she's instilled in you? Some advice that she's given you that have driven you towards that attitude?
Well, ever since I was little, my mom always like taught me to be like the sportsmanship stuff like that. Always be nice. Even though it's football, you have to be hard sometimes. You also got to know when to chill out. The sportsmanship, keep your head up, stuff like that.
Talk about walking that line, right? You just said it. Football, you got to be hard. You got to hit people. Your job is to kind of be a little bit tough, but you also got to be a good sportsmanship. So, what's it like for you walking that line?
It's hard. It's always hard walking that line. Always be the best you can. Walking that sportsmanship. It's hard to keep your head up sometimes, but you have to push through. Like football, it's hard.
Like the two other teammates that we've interviewed today, you are a multiple sport athlete, but you're the only one that we've interviewed so far that's coming from the track team. So, what's it like for you to be able to, I'm sure, condition yourself with your legs and your athleticism and your agility with the things that you do in track?
Yeah, I only do track for football. It's just to build up my speed, build up my endurance. That's the only reason I do it.
What do you think it gives you? Like, what do you come out of the track season with that you think that really helps you going into football season?
Uh, I think it really helps my stamina. Being able, since I play offense and defense, I'm a starter on both. It really helps me staying on the field longer without getting as tired.
It's early in the year, but we've already seen in the games that we've been able to cover just a different attitude, a different chemistry with this team. You're in the locker room every day. What do you attribute that to? What's become the difference in this locker room and this chemistry and this personality of this team?
I think this year we have stress like this ain't no game. Like last year, people would laugh, giggle, all that type of stuff in the locker room. This year, like that's the end. Like this is football.
We've talked about your personal goals that you want to accomplish this year, but what have been some team goals that this team has set? They want to make sure that this gets done this year.
We're trying to make it to the playoffs. Last year we had a terrible season, 1-9, and we just want to show everyone that we're a much better team than we were last year.
What's your favorite part about the process? The week leading up to a game, the studying, is it the film, is it the practices, weightlifting? What are your favorite things about the week before a game and the process of getting ready for one?
Um, I would say practice. Like practice is always hard, but when you're at that game, it makes the game so much easier. When practice is hard all week, Monday through Thursday, when that game comes on Friday, it's easy.
Your teammates have told us that Coach Dota is like the toughest coach that they've ever had. Take us through a practice. What does a Coach Dota's practice look like? What makes it so tough?
He wants full effort every play. Some coaches really don't pay attention to that. Like if you're a good player, you're a good player, but he wants full effort from everyone, no matter what, every single play.
All right, I want to talk about the effort in the school as well. You're a student athlete. We put student in front for a reason. What have been some of your favorite things to study and favorite things to learn about in your Boardman schooling career?
My freshman year, I learned how to do editing, stuff like that. I was a video editor. Um, I did some class outside of school for refereeing to referee little kids' football games and stuff and soccer games.
What's it like going into that and being able to referee the youth sports that you do? Has that given you a little bit of a glimpse of what your referees and your games are going through?
Yeah, it's a little bit harder than I thought it would be, but it's fun. It just gives me a glimpse of how I used to be back when I was in Little League and stuff like that.
Makes you think a little bit before arguing with the referee, right? What are some of your favorite parts about just being able to be a part of those youth sports and seeing the little kids that are going to be the future of Boardman athletics?
It's really fun. Like it's fun seeing how well developed these little kids are. They're more developed than when I was a little kid, and I would just love to see them grow.
Speaking of when you were little, who were some players that you think you looked up to, whether it be in Boardman or whether it be in the national stage? Who were some guys that you watched and you said, "Man, I want to be like him when I grow up"?
Um, I would say 2016 to 2019 Zeke Elliott. My dad said I ran like him, and I would always watch his YouTube highlights and stuff like that to try to be more like him.
And then when you think about real life role models off the football field, people that you look to when you need advice, when you need help, when you need just whatever you need, who do you go to?
I would say my grandpa. Like he's been a real role model. The man I go to for advice and stuff like that.
What do you think is like the best advice he's given you so far, the biggest nugget that he's given you?
You can do all things with God.
All right, so let me take you through something. You're on the field, you're warming up, you're looking at the crowd. Is there a person that you try to spot? Is there someone that you want to see where they're sitting before you start a game?
I always try to find where my mom and dad is at.
Are they in the same place all the time? Is it easy to find them?
Easy to find them. Very loud. Yeah, just sitting right front and center.
Talk about this student section too. The Boardman student section is probably one of the best in the area. What is it like playing in front of them, especially at home?
It's great. Our student section is a lot better than it was last year. Like our seniors, they come to every game. I was very shocked at the late game, seeing how full our student section was. Lake is an hour and 15 minutes away, and I saw like all the seniors that I know, even some juniors and some sophomores.
As we're talking to you in your senior season, we got to talk about your future and some of the plans that you have after school. What are some things that you want to do after you graduate high school?
I would love to go to college, and if football doesn't work out, I might just go to a trade.
What career do you have a career path that you think you might want to go into?
Engineer.
We got a lot of engineers on this football team. What drove you to that? What made you want to be an engineer?
My grandpa, um, he said that I could always make money doing being an engineer. I'm good at math. You need you need to be good at math for an engineer. I feel like I can do it easily.
When you're looking at where you can go, what colleges you can attend, is there like a dream state where if money wasn't an issue and how far away wasn't really an issue and you could just go to this state because it's just where you want to be? Do you have a dream state that you'd want to live in?
I have to say Ohio.
Staying home. I like it. I like it. Nothing wrong with that. What about vacations? Family vacations. What's the best one you've been on?
I've been to Las Vegas. I
Is
think
there
Las
one that
Vegas was the best.
Las Vegas is the best? What happens there though stays there, so don't say anything. What's one vacation that you have on your wish list that you want to go to?
I want to go to Hawaii. I heard that it's nice.
Pretty tropical over there in Hawaii. What's your favorite thing about being a football player?
Um, I would say like building new friendships. Like a lot of people that I'm friends with now, I might have never been friends with if I never played football.
Talk about what you do in your free time too. When when you're not playing football and you don't have schoolwork to do and you get that free time that I'm sure you don't get too often. What do you do?
Sometimes I go to the field to work on my football skills, or I hang out some of my football friends.
All right, and then before we let you go, one last question for you: what's the best way to celebrate a post game victory? What's the go to celebration?
We go to Canes and we just eat and fill our stomachs.
Yes, nothing says victory like Kane's chicken fingers. Gotta love it. Before we let you go, we do this with every player profile. We want to give you the chance to kind of thank your support system, the people that have been there for you through the years. Want to give you the chance to do that as well, and turn the limelight on to the people in your life.
I want to thank my mom, my dad, my grandpa, Coach daughter. He's pushed us a lot, pushed me to become a better player that I am today.
All right, Keith, we want to thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. We appreciate it, and we wish you the best of luck the rest of your senior year. We can't wait to talk to you again real soon.
All right, thank you.